Hi everyone. We're excited to be moving indoors for our youth group activities while still remaining responsible with our precautions to be able to stay as safe as we can and meet together in the best manner that we can. And so I wanted to make this video to make you aware of the precautions that we'll have in place. Many of them will be the same ones that we've had for our outdoor meetings, but there might be a few changes or additions, so please listen closely. The first thing is that we will still have a screening time, but this form will now move from being a questionnaire to being an attestation. This is going to match the one that we have for our Sunday service, and this is the same 6 questions, just simply now provided as statements, so that instead of answering 6 times and answering that no, 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 yes, yes, we'll simply answer one time at the end with a yes, right? Saying that we do not have any of the symptoms, or that we will inform the office if we have a positive test. And I really want to stress just how important this step is. This very first step that I'll still email out ahead of time along with the Zoom links. This attestation, these screening questions, these statements now are the best way that we can screen ourselves for coming inside or meeting together at all. They're the very first step in our precautions, and I would say probably the most important, so that we can simply, if your child is not feeling well, if they are have any suspicion of having been in contact with someone who is COVID positive, just simply stay home and join us on Zoom. When you do show up, we will do a temperature check outside. This will be the same that we're doing for Sunday morning, and so if someone has a high temperature, they'll be asked to go home and to join us on Zoom. At this point, we'll also confirm that the screening attestation has been answered, and if it hasn't, then we'll do it at that time. So we'll still have this temperature and screening attestation outside before we even enter the building. Then when we enter, we'll come downstairs to the youth room, which has been cleared out of all the couches, the chairs. We're just going to stay on the one open side. And so your child, if they wish to have a chair to sit on, which it doesn't seem like many of them care about that too much, at least in junior high so far, they'll need to bring it with them like they have for our outdoor gatherings. And so we'll set up socially distanced in the space we have here, sitting in our own chair. So this means that we don't have to wipe down seats that we're using after we're done. We'll just individually take them home with us. We'll have the windows open to provide some better airflow and ventilation for the space we have. So as we get deeper into the fall and maybe even into the winter, this would mean that it'll get chillier, right? That going inside won't necessarily mean that it will be warmer, will be more protected from the elements, but there still may be a cooled draft. So if your child is unlike me, if they do get cold and won't be wearing shorts until it's -5 degrees out, they might want to bring a coat, a jacket, a blanket, something to help them stay a little bit more comfortable. When we are inside, we're going to have masks on at all times. So the CDC currently recommends that even when you are socially distanced inside, masks should still be worn. So as long as that is the guidance and the recommendation that we are working with, we'll be doing that as well. Now, if students have a water or one of the little snacks that we provide, as we have been, the prepackaged stuff, they can take their masks off to take a bite or take a drink of water. That's fine, but then we'll put them back on, and especially if we're talking to each other. Along with this, we're not going to be singing when we are indoors. So we have been doing a few songs outside and having our masks on when we sing outside, because that produces more aerosolized particles, and that masks are not effective at stopping the spread of those particles. Then when we are inside meeting together for youth group, we're not going to be singing. We'll still have some time of worship where we'll either be reflecting on a song, listening to it, we'll be spending time in prayer, we'll be doing other creative ways for us to engage fully in worship with God, but we won't be singing together while we are inside. The bathrooms will be available to be used, but just like for the outdoor services and now as we move indoor for Sunday morning, every time that someone uses the bathroom, they'll need to wipe down any of the surfaces they touch. So hands-free faucets and soap dispensers are being installed, but any surfaces, right, the doorknobs, the toilet, any of the things that are touched, there'll be wipes for each person to wipe down whatever they touch after they use the bathroom, and then to sign the cleaning log that'll be on the door. That'll just help them to know that the person before them actually did clean what they were supposed to, and that's recorded, and that they can record that for the next person who might need to use the bathroom. In all of the things that we'll be doing as we move inside, as we have continue to have some in-person gatherings and we continue to take these precautions, we're still going to have Zoom available. And now, especially being inside will help with any of the technical issues we've had outside from time to time. So we'll still have that option available, and we're really excited for the students who are able to join us in that fashion. Whether it's because they're away for a week that they can still join together with us if they can't be there in person, or whether they themselves are not feeling well, or whether your family has decided to take more cautious approach. We're glad to provide that still, and to have that option for our students and even any of our leaders who need to participate in that way with what we'll be doing. And all the things that we're excited to be doing as we stay connected, as we continue to gather, whether it's in person or online on Zoom. I would love that if you have any questions or concerns, please just reach out to me. Let me know how I can share even more of what we're doing, or help to support you in your role as a parent, either just to encourage you or to equip you to love and disciple your child like I know that you want to. We're excited for continuing to love each other, to love God, and to build disciples together in a relational environment as we meet in person, as we meet inside, as we meet on Zoom, in all these different ways. So thank you for taking the time to watch this, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Thanks.